Hello and welcome again to another episode of the Long Gone Loser Rock Show. Today I'm going to look at the latest 7-inch by the band Minor Threat. It seems weird, but it's still fucking cool that in 2024 we get a new release by Minor Threat, a band that didn't last long but delivered killer tunes the whole way through. And wow, what an impact they had on me as a kid growing up. Now, I remember the very first time I'd ever heard about Minor Threat. You see, I was at this party and one of the guys there offered me a drink. Now, I was a young kid, and definitely alcohol was not something I was into. And my brother's a little bit older, so the people that we were hanging out with were a little bit older, and they're all metalheads and stuff like that, and they were drinkers. And I remember one of them offering me a beer, and I said, "No, I don't drink." And then all of a sudden, I hear this term, "Oh, you're one of those straight edge types." I didn't know what that meant. I was like, "What? What the hell does that even mean?" Like, I have no idea. And so that was the first time I'd ever heard of the concept of straight edge or even minor threat, because I said, "I don't know what you're talking about," and they said, "Oh, like minor threat." I had no idea what they meant. But anyway, as time went on, Minor Threat was introduced to me. And the first time I heard them, I was at this dude's house and he put on Minor Threat because I saw it there. And I was like, oh, wow, Minor Threat. I said, what do they sound like? Because I've heard stories about this band. And the guy's like, oh, you've never heard of it? I'll put it on. You'll love it. Anyway, he put it on and obviously it starts, and it was just mind blowing. Like, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Like, just this intense, full on fast music with these crazy lyrics that, about not drinking and, all this stuff. And I was just sitting there going, fucking hell, like, this shit's full on. And I was immediately attracted to it. And I thought, Minor Threat, wow, what a band. I ended up getting the discography CD. And, as we all do. And I remember borrowing a VHS tape of somebody at the Live at 9:30 Club. And I watched that video to no end. I just couldn't stop watching. I thought this thing was amazing. If you've never seen that show, Live at the 9:30 Club, look it up. It's incredible. Like, it's such a good show. And I just couldn't believe what I was watching. Just like, man, like shows like this and bands like this exist. This is insane. I didn't know every band that was out there playing. And so for me, discovering these bands was just like, whoa, this is amazing. So then, obviously, as time went on, I ended up thinking like, I need these records. I need the vinyl of these records. Now I don't have anything rare. I'm not going to pay stupid amounts of money for the In My Eyes 7-inch. I just don't care. Like, I love the music, but there's no way that a record is $1,000 to me. Like, that's just stupid. So I was not interested in ever paying that. But I've got the reissues, and the reissues are here. So here we are with this one. This rules, obviously, opens with filler and, takes off from there. Has the song Straight Edge on it and whatever. Great record. Great record. I love this one. This is just amazing. And then they did Out of Step, which is right here, where they got an extra guitar player. And this is important because I really love the sound with two guitars. I really, really do. And we're going to get to that in a second. And here are the 7-inches I do have. And one of them is the Live at Buff Hall, which I guess is a bootleg of sorts. And this, see, nothing on the label. And this is so raw, like so raw. I remember the first time I ever heard it, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, it was just so raw coming through my speakers, and it just was, it was full on. But it was crazy and it was great, and I love it. And then I've got these two 7-inches here. The first demo tape 7-inch that came out, great. And then Salad Days with the infamous photo of them sitting on the porch. That, is so iconic now. I mean, so many bands have been to that house and sat on that porch and had the photo taken. I've even been there myself. When I was in America in 2014, I went to Washington, D.C., and I got a photo standing outside the house, which you can see right here. I didn't go stand on the front porch at somebody's house. I wasn't going to do that. So I just took a photo from the street, standing on the sidewalk. But, you know, it's Dischord House as it's known. It's famous, and it was cool to be there. Let's get to this. Out of Step Outtakes. This record has In My Eyes and Filler with the 2 guitar lineup, and I love this sound. I think they sound amazing with the 2 guitars, and it's so cool that this many years on, they're still finding stuff for us to listen to, you know, in the archives. And this is just amazing. It's got all the details here. There's a liner notes there which you can read about the recording. So it says about the Addams Family song. We recorded an instrumental called Addams Family, a nod to the TV sitcom, which we ended up using in the coda of Cashing In. Finally, we decided to record Filler and even In My Eyes, mainly to see how they sounded with both Lyle and Brian on guitar. It sounds awesome, and I'm stoked that we got it. And I wish we had more. Like, I wish everything was done with the 2 guitar lineup. But it's just amazing that we have it. And it's on clear vinyl. There you go. And yeah, man, like, if you love Minor Threat and you love your hardcore, this is a no-brainer. You're probably going to pick this up regardless. I must say, after all these years listening to In My Eyes and Filler, I think I like these versions more with the 2 guitars. I just like how it rounds out the sound. I mean, I get it. The 1 guitar lineup is a time and place, and it's special to a lot of people. It's special to me. But I don't know, man. Just hearing it with 2 guitars just blows my mind. It's really, really cool. So yeah, awesome. Minor Threat, what a band. I love that they were a time and place and meant so much to so many people. I don't think they ever set out to like start a movement as such. I think they just set out to be a band and just sang about what was true to them. And I think that that's cool. Like, you know, some of us related to those lyrics and were able to identify with it. I mean, the straight edge thing, it blew up, you know, and it became a massive thing across the world. There's so many bands and fans that still believe in those core values. It's pretty damn cool. But yeah, Minor Threat, man, what a band. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Long Gone Needs a Rock Show, where we looked at the new release, or the latest release, I should say, because it's been out for a bit now. The latest release by Minor Threat, the Out of Step Outtakes. If you love Minor Threat, I suggest picking it up. If you love hardcore music, I suggest picking it up. If you don't give a fuck, then don't worry about it. Just scroll on to the next one. Like, why do you care enough to click dislike on a video? Just who gives a shit? Just don't bother. Just scroll on to the next one. Anyway, look after yourselves. Take care of each other. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.